What's going on, everybody? It's me, Ben, here. I wanted to make this short video real quick. As you know, I live here in Vegas, and this is a Raiders town, Las Vegas Raiders. But I am a Buccaneers fan first, so I've been a Buccaneers fan since 1997. But since 2020, the Raiders have played here in Vegas. So that's what's pretty much going to be about here, real quick. I feel like at this point, the Raiders, they need to do a solid, and they need to trade Maxx Crosby. Um, he's been the heart and soul of this team for the last 7 seasons. He was drafted in 2019. He's got 64 and a half sacks in his career, including 5 this year. He had another loss today, in overtime against Jacksonville. Crosby, played great. He always brings it, he never takes it down off. But just looking at him right now, and I get it. He said that he's fully committed to this team. He doesn't want to go anywhere, but he's not going to win in Vegas. He's not winning here. Let's face it. I mean, this organization's a mess. You got an older head coach in Pete Carroll who looks like, at least to me, it looks like he regretted coming back into coaching. I mean, I get it. He loves football, but it's just not working out. I mean, for Max, I believe he's on his 3rd head coach. Multiple GMs. I mean, 7 seasons already. He's going to be 29 next August, before the start of the 2026 season. And it seems like he's just wasting away his, Pro Bowl type career. And you're seeing the same thing with Myles Garrett. Even though he re-signed with the Browns, took the money, but Max isn't going to go. This team's not going to go anywhere. Now, do I think they'll trade Maxx Crosby? Probably not. He'll stay a Raider, at least for this year. But I just feel like he needs to go. He needs to go to a contender. I would like the Bucks to do it, but to make that move, that is. But just anywhere that to a better ran organization, a team that's going to contend for Super Bowls every year. Max has only been in the playoffs once, I believe. That was the 2022 season. So he wants to win, but he's got to realize it's not going to be here. No matter what he says, no matter how committed he is to this team, and again, that's commendable. I give him credit for that, but this team isn't going to go anywhere, and I think the Raiders really do need to do a solid and trade him, get multiple picks, rebuild this franchise, and go from there. I know a lot of Raider fans don't want to do that, but you haven't won with them. What makes you think you're going to all of a sudden turn the light on and start winning? I mean, this organization's a mess. They should do it. The Raiders should do it. Get more picks, and for Max, go to a team that he could be very helpful for, and try and win a championship. That's just my opinion. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. The trade deadline's coming on November 4th. The prediction, I don't see the Raiders doing it, but they really need to consider trading Maxx Crosby to a contender for multiple picks. There are teams out there that need a pass rush. The Bucks. The Ravens could use one. So I would consider doing it if I'm the Raiders. If I'm John Spytek, the GM of the Raiders, I'd really consider it, because it would, help both the team and Maxx Crosby out, in my opinion. So That's all I got to say about that. But that's my true feelings. I think the Raiders should trade Maxx Crosby. Well, that's it. That's it for now. I'll talk to you guys again soon.